fitness trends.
Boom.
Fitness trends. Boom. There it is. I want to dig in a couple of places here because when I was researching for fitness trends, I was surprised at some of the things you and I talked about actually showing up in some of the research. We talked about the link between the emotional and mental health and wellness combined with physical health and wellness. And one of the biggest trends that is out there is people are really keying in on bringing those two things together in everything we're seeing, right? That is like among the number one things that's out there. But I wanted to throw it to you just to kind of get some of your initial thoughts. What are you seeing in some of the trends and whether they're carryover from 2020 or they're things that you see emerging in 2021? What are some of the fitness trends that you're recognizing in 2021?
Well, I mean, of course, there are more people doing, people got used to working out at home. So, you have new stuff like tonal, the kind of the mirror trainer, that kind of thing, self-interactive training. Peloton has kind of gone up, trended upwards with some of their bikes, and then they've got the treadmills and stuff as well. So, I mean, that's just to name the obvious. I think a lot of people out of necessity have found that if they weren't working out, they've tried to start working out for their own well-being, because, I think the link between that emotional and physical is kind of when you're moving around physically, when you're working out, walking, running, whatever you're doing, getting that physical activity, your body literally releases hormones that make you feel different. You know what I mean? Endorphins and things like that your body gives off. And it helps you mentally. It makes you feel better. It makes your body feel better. It makes your mind feel better. So I think that's one of the big things. Boxing, we talked about, is another big one that I'm noticing. There's a couple. I know Dozen Boxing is one that I had checked into. So there's a couple different. I think if there's anything that came out of this is that people learn that we can do a lot of stuff interactively, electronically. So you don't have to build a boxing gym in my city.
Right.
You can just build a platform where I can log in and do my workouts. The technology was always there, but for some reason people didn't really think like that. This made us start thinking like that, which the cool thing about is it opens up what you can do. If you live in a town where there's not much access to things, now you can access it, electronically. Right. So that's one of the trends I've been noticing. Big thing, Sid, with her track, she runs with a team up north. So she goes up in the summer to Detroit and runs, but they, with this stuff going on, they've been doing Zoom practices. So she's been able to access and stay connected with them throughout the year. So she's been able to stay in shape. And so when she goes up in the summertime, she can hit the ground running, you know what I mean? Which is a cool thing. Right. So yeah, that's the technology is the biggest thing I've seen, as the biggest new trend I've seen.
Yeah, I think that actually was high on the list. It's just the amount of technology that is being used for people to achieve their goals it's tremendous. And it's certainly the ones you're mentioning, but I think people are relying on wearables a lot more. I think we're seeing more integrated into some of the wearables. I mean, we knew about the iWatch, we knew about Fitbit, but I think people are doing all kind of things to monitor heart rate now that they weren't doing before, breathing. Because again, as a part of the mental, what we're seeing is the correlation between what you do physically and what you're doing for your mind and your mental state and wellness physically. So there's a ton of stuff people are doing now around yoga and Pilates and breathing exercises, really dedicated to kind of tuning in and being present. Like that whole thing about being present is a part of it. Like I'm seeing on the list of trends a huge incorporation with fitness being lifestyle. I mean, typically we've seen it's been Bowflex, it's been Total Gym and things like that, but always with messaging being around a goal, right? Get your body to this point. You want to drop these pounds, get to here. But now you see the trend is shifting to create a lifestyle. that is about fitness and about awareness. And if you're getting on your Peloton, make it a part of your every day because you can get out on the road and ride when you feel like it. Like those kinds of things that get the messaging less short term and more long term. This is something you want to integrate to be a part of who you are. And I'm seeing that trend, again, integrated into wearable technology, integrated into a lot of the platforms that you mentioned. I'm wondering if that trend is going to eventually affect gyms. We saw some gyms close in 2020, right? Some of them did not open back up. I'm wondering if the future of the gym as we knew it is going away.
I don't foresee that. What I do foresee is the future of the gym expanding. So I see gyms now expanding to offer both the brick and mortar service as well as an electronic platform, right? So I got a boxing gym here in Virginia, but because of what I can do, electronically, you can join my gym from anywhere in the 50 states, and you can just be an e-member. Maybe it's a little less money for
Right.
you, or we work out the package, and then you can just log in and you can attend any of our classes. You can do the same stuff we do. Maybe you have classes where instead of hitting the heavy bag, we have classes where you do shadow box, things where you don't need the equipment. But I think there's a way to package it to where you can offer some sort of subsidiary service to others via online.
Well, Orange Theory did that going into the pandemic, and they're continuing that. It was so I think you get their classes through their YouTube page, but you couldn't access that without paying the subscription for the online version, which was certainly less than going into gyms. And they had a modified workout that really relied only on you using your body. You didn't have to have any extra equipment at home, but they could deal with the cardio, the stretching, the breathing. All the core things that still help you keep a fit, well balanced mind and state of mind, and get that work in. Burn a few less calories maybe than if you were on a circuit, but fine. There's another guy out there, V Shred, who's doing great things. This is another trend I'm noticing. I'm noticing a lot of trainers offering custom services and packages that are affordable. $59, $60, you get a 90-day plan that comes with a diet, comes with some instructions, comes with access to a platform, and comes with like kind of this coaching over 90 days. That is another shift in trend I'm seeing, that you're getting the ability for people to get personalized stuff. The challenge though, and we've talked about this before, people knowing what you really need versus thinking what you need, right? So you got people thinking, hey, what I need, this is perfect. This is $50 plan, it's private, I'll do this. Maybe that's not what you need, especially if you're just putting one foot in front of the other, right? If what you need is to get out and walk today, the coach is there, but the coach ain't gonna be there on your walk with you, right? So you need to do what you got to do. But I think the proliferation of options, because the focus is out there. It's a trend to see how many people are really about their fitness now.
Right.